Hey there. In this video, we'll be looking into the simulation of pipeline processes using CPU simulator. So our given task is, we are given a program, we have to compile the code and load it in the CPU OS simulator. So I have already loaded the program and kept it ready in the simulator. If you want to learn how to load a program into this CPU simulator, you can check on the eye icon above. I have already made a video on it, and you can learn how to load a program into the CPU emulator in memory. So now we have two tasks to perform. So one is a non-pipeline processor task, and another is a pipeline processor task. So what we will do is, so for a non-pipeline processor task, we just have to go to this show pipeline, and then we have to click no instruction pipeline. So basically it will be a non-pipelined processor, and then just close it and run it, and you can just go and click on this pipeline button again, and you'll see all the things which are happening in this pipeline. So let the process complete. So the program is executed. So now we see we have been asked two questions. How many stages are there in this non-pipelined processor? So we see fetch, decode, read operand, execute, write result. So these are the 5 stages in this pipelined processor. Now we need to find the few more details like clocks. So we see there the clocks, the value is 132, and then instruction count, we see there are 23 instruction counts. We see the CPI is 5.74, and finally we see the speed up factor to be 0.87. So this one is for non-pipeline processor. So just flush it and close it back, reset the program. Now we need to run it for pipeline process. So we will go back here again, and we'll click on, so we'll uncheck this. Now we have like the pipeline processor being enabled. Now here we have two things. One, we have to run it with do not insert bubbles, and one we have to run it with bubbles. So I have checked on do not insert bubbles. It means it will not insert any bubbles, and then just flush it and close it. I'll increase the CPU execution time and just run it. So we'll go back to this pipeline. So the execution is complete. Now the questions to us are the clocks. Again, we see 42 clocks. The instruction counts, we have 23 instruction count. The CPI, which is 1.83, and finally we have the speed up factor, which is 2.73. Now we have asked about data hazard. So we have 0 data hazards here, and then we have asked about contents of the register used. So we see the general purpose registers here. We see the contents which are like used by register R02, R03, R04, and R05. So these are the registers which have used some values, and we see the values there respectively. So now let's flush it again. Now we can perform task for the next thing, which is insert bubbles. So we'll flush again, go back, reset the program, and then run it again, and then go back to the pipeline. So we see the program is running. So execution is over. Now here we see again the clock says 50, instruction count is 23, CPI is 2.17, and speed factor is 2.3. Here we see the data hazards to be 21. So all the place where it is red, these are data hazards, and we see 21 data hazards have been found. And the contents of the register here is R01 is 6, R02 is 30, R03 is 40, R04 is 6, and R05 is 6. So that's all for this video. I hope this video helped you. Do like and subscribe this channel for more videos like this. Thank you.